Hey, you guys. Okay, so let me just get situated here. I'm going to come up on camera. There I am. So I'm kind of using. Oh, I need to turn my sound off. You should see my setup right now. I got my iPad out. I've got my phone out so that I can try and manage comments. I've got my computer out. This is going to be really fun. I'm excited. I love Instagram. I love posting on Instagram, but sometimes it really stresses me out. So that's why I wanted to create this training for you guys and just kind of show you a little bit about how I manage my own Instagram and try and take the stress out of posting every day and what to post and, oh, what did I post about yesterday? Should I post this to kind of like tag off of that? So we're going to get into all of that. And I'm really glad that you're here. We've got Valerie here from Chicago. We've got Mia and Min. So let's just get started. As I go through this, I'm going to get rid of my face here. Sorry. Just so I can really focus on the presentation. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mary and I run the popular website leatherbeast.com. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. I teach people like you how to sell your leather goods online and build a profitable leather goods business. And I've been doing leather work for about 7 years now. I got my start by learning from an Hermes trained master leather worker in 2012. It was awesome. I think actually some of you you might have taken her courses. You might be familiar with her. Her name is B. Amblard, and she's in San Francisco, California. Anyways, I've been running handmade businesses in some form or another since 2008. I had a small clothing line then. So what makes me the expert? Well, I'm obsessed with learning the latest handmade business and marketing strategies that allow us all freedom in our daily lives. That's what it's all about. The other day, I sent you an email about asking you to tell me about your why. That's my why. I want that freedom to have in my daily life, and that freedom just allows you to do so much, right? And then I'm also a bookkeeper on the side because I love keeping the books. I love numbers. I love things that are very black and white. So I know my way around managing and planning the finances in a business. So why should you care about this, right? There are some things that I'm not good at. I'm not good at cleaning the house all the time or picking up after my cat. And I watch entirely way too much Netflix. Seriously, if there's a TV show out there, I've watched it. It's a little disgusting. But all that being said, I do know how to build and run a small business. So before I left my day job a couple years ago for good, I was the operations manager and accounting manager and HR director for a 40-person, $10 million plus company. Alongside with the owner and the CEO, I oversaw every aspect of that very successful small business. So I really got to see firsthand what it takes to build a solid business and how to grow and scale a business too. So I take everything that I learned from that job along with me, even in my smaller business. And I can teach you the same. So I want you to tell me in the comments if you've ever been frustrated with Instagram. My guess is that you have, because that's why you are here. Maybe you never know what to post. Maybe it takes forever for you to get just one post out, or you get off track and you get sucked into what everybody else is doing on Instagram. That's a big one for me. I definitely go down that Instagram hole these days. Okay, I'm just reading the comments. Valerie, if you refresh your screen, you should see me. I'm getting into it. We've got Anthony from Florida. Awesome. So you guys obviously have been frustrated with Instagram. That's why you are here. Does this sound like you? Instagram stresses you out. You're not sure what you should be posting on Instagram. And by the time you finally do figure out what to post, you've wasted at least an hour of your time, right? That's 5 hours per week. It really can add up. So this means that you guys are in the right place because you're all saying yes in the chat. So today you are going to learn why you need to be batching your Instagram posts on a monthly basis, how to save that 5 hours a week by setting up your Instagram posts ahead of time, how to create a weekly Instagram schedule so you know exactly what topic to be posting on. That's a big one. How to use holidays and marketing promotions as the framework for your monthly content, and basically just how to get more done in your leather business, right? If this is something, if Instagram and posting on social media, this marketing task is, if this is something that you can really streamline, that just frees up your time so that you can work on other bigger things in your business. So that's really the whole point of this whole training. So before I learned how to batch content on Instagram, I would spend hours each week just trying to figure out what to post about and how to say it. I would spend hours. It was a hot mess. It was stressful. And I never really felt like after I had posted, it had much of an effect, right? There was no real impact. I really struggled with connecting with my audience on Instagram, with getting Instagram followers, getting people to engage with my content, getting people to click over to my website from my Instagram account, right? That's the whole point. If you didn't know that's the point, that is totally the point. The point is not to grow a bunch of followers, it's to get those followers over to your website. So that's why your content, it's so important that it's engaging, it provides value, all that. We're gonna get into that. So then I figured out some things, how to post with consistency and to make sure my posts were quality posts that people actually cared about. And when I did this, I tripled my engagement. I got more likes, more comments, more profile views. That's really important. The algorithm started working for me, not against me. We always talk about the algorithm as the big bad wolf, you know, that's out to get you, but it can work for you. And the types of people that I was engaging with and who were engaging with me were my ideal audience. So Instagram, and most importantly, when I did this, I actually started to enjoy posting and interacting with my following. It was much more fun when I had an engaged audience. So Instagram all of a sudden wasn't such a drag. Can you imagine from going from hating Instagram to loving it? It can happen. And today I'm going to show you how you can get the same results on Instagram. So imagine a world where Instagram is not the bane of your existence. Sounds a little dramatic, I know, but sometimes you feel like that, right? Okay, let me just read the comments. Yeah, Valerie, if you refresh your screen, you should see it. I'm able to see the slideshow. Is everybody else able to see the different slides? Let me just check something really quick. Yes. Okay. You guys can see my screen. Yeah, just refresh your screen if you're not able to see it. Okay. Sorry about that. So yeah, imagine Instagram isn't so difficult, and instead it's a marketing tool that you can use to both research and attract your customers. That sounds pretty good, right? Because that is what it is there for. So where do you start with batching your content and falling in love with Instagram? Let's get into it. Step 1, create your monthly post template. So I want you to open up a Google Doc. You can do that now or you can do it later after the video. Maybe just watch this time. I have some visuals here. But you're going to open up a Google Doc, preferably a Google Doc or something that you can edit online, because it's just much easier if you can type in and you can save the document and refresh it each month. So you're going to write down the dates for the next 30 days. So it's going to look something like this, right? Super basic. This is May. So May 3rd, 4th, 5th. Start with the whole month. And then I like to also write which day of the week it is next to the date. You could also do this on your Notes app in your iPhone. That's actually how I started doing this, but then I just felt like it was way easier to edit the doc in, like, on my desktop computer in Google Docs, so that I can really get in there, and then I kind of copy it over. I'll show you all about that. Okay, so once you have the days of the week all listed out, step 2 is to add in the big stuff. Add in the stuff that is already, is happening that month. So these are holidays. These could be anniversaries having to do with your business. These could be birthday celebrations. I'll explain in a second. You might be like, that doesn't have anything to do with my business. You want to, like, a great way to start thinking about Instagram is to think about what's happening during that month. So if there are holidays during the month, you want to drop them in. Like Mother's Day was on the 12th. July 4th, you're going to want to put in a holiday. Drop those into the Google Doc. Because I don't know if you've noticed this, but we plan a lot of things, a lot of marketing, sales and things around holidays. So if there's a Mother's Day, there's always going to be some sort of sale. Not that you have to do this, but this is how a lot of businesses structure their marketing promotions, because when there's a holiday, people are usually off of work. It's just easier for them to shop. It's a nice excuse to celebrate that holiday by doing something nice for your audience. So put in those holidays that are happening. And usually there's about at least one holiday per month. So that's kind of a great way to sort of schedule out your sales that you want to do, or free shipping, or whatever, however you want to celebrate. You can add things also like your own business anniversary. Maybe it's your 2-year anniversary. Have you ever seen people do this on Instagram? Like, hey, we're celebrating 2 years today. Today only, shop the website and get 20% off, or whatever it is, or a 2-year anniversary giveaway. So if you're doing things like that, drop that in there. If you have your birthday, that's another great excuse to hold a sale or do some sort of marketing promotion. Maybe you have a business mascot that is your dog, and maybe it's his birthday. Put that in there. These are all really fun things. These are all things that I see all kinds of businesses doing this. It's a great way to fill in your content and really just have a celebration and get your audience engaged in what's going on in your business. So guys, is this making sense so far? Are you kind of feeling like, oh yeah, this is something that I could do? If so, tell me in the comments if you're feeling this so far. I'm going to move on to step 3. So now we're going to add the marketing promotions for the month. So this could be any sales that you're doing. Like I said, holidays are a great excuse for a sale. People oftentimes have the time off of work, more likely to have time to spend shopping. Giveaways are also a great thing to do to celebrate holidays or an anniversary or a birthday. And at the same time, they really help you to grow your email list. Pre-sales to introduce a new collection. I actually am in the middle of a pre-sale for my new collection right now. It's going very well. So I'm introducing some new products. Instead of spending money up front on the cost of making that inventory, I'm taking orders up front, giving people a discount, and then using that cash to purchase my materials. I actually teach you how to do pre-sales and giveaways in very, very detailed manner in Lucrative Leathercraft, if that's something that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you have a blog, and maybe you blog on a weekly or monthly basis. When are you going to be publishing this blog post? Usually for Leather Beast, I do a blog on Wednesdays. It goes live on Wednesday, every Wednesday. So you want to make sure this is on your calendar and you create some content around it. Let me look at my notes. Oh, and then an email newsletter. You should be sending these out to your subscribers at least on a monthly basis. I send them out on a weekly basis, and you definitely want to be noting this on your content calendar. So let's see what this is starting to look like. So you can see we're starting to fill in some gaps here. So I see some yeses in the comments. Yes, makes perfect sense so far. Yes, please. Awesome. I'm glad it makes sense. So you also, not only if you're going to be doing a sale or a giveaway, you not only want to just think about the day that you're doing it, but for how long it's going to be running, the follow-up on some of these. So a giveaway, for example, it's not just something that you mention once and then walk away, right? You mention it at least when it's opening, and again, right before it closes. And then also a few times in the middle as well, right? I did a giveaway the other day, 2 weeks before my pre-sale. I did a giveaway of one of my new bags. I actually got 1,350 new subscribers through that giveaway. It was kind of awesome. And I mentioned it like a million times in those 2 weeks. So you want to drop those in as well. Same with the sale. You're going to be mentioning that sale at least 2 times, once to announce that it's happening and once right before it closes. And depending on how long it runs for, you're also going to mention it again and again between those days, right? So if you can see, I'm starting from the really big stuff that I know is solid, like holidays, anniversaries, birthdays, things like that. And then I'm narrowing it down. I'm starting to fill in with the smaller stuff. And then your month is really starting to fill up with content. You got your blogs in here. You got your Mother's Day sale, the Mother's Day sale end, the Mother's Day sale beginning. So you can see how this is really starting to take shape and give you a real direction for what you should be posting on your Instagram. All right. Step 4. Now you want to create the type of content for each day of the week when there isn't a holiday or promotion. I bet some of you are thinking, okay, yeah, but what if I'm not doing a sale or a giveaway or there's no holiday? That is the tricky part, but it's not. So this is where you create your weekly content pattern. Let me show you what I mean. So for Leather Beast, this is my weekly content pattern. Sometimes I stray from it, but for the most part, this is kind of what I like to talk about. Mondays, beginning of the week, I say, hey guys, what's up for everyone for the week? What are you working on in your business? I want to know, what your goals are for the week. And so we can have a conversation about it. It, really gets people excited and motivated about their week. Tuesdays is Tuesday's tip. Maybe you guys have seen this one on my Instagram, where I give a nugget of information and I provide value to my followers. I talk about business related things, give a tip, and at the very least, it's motivational. Wednesdays, like I said, my blog post goes live, so I talk about that. Thursdays, I'm reminding people to go back and check out that new content, that new blog post, or go watch that video that I did on Facebook or the video that I did on YouTube. And then Friday, I have my Friday favorite leather crafters. I like to talk about other people that are doing awesome leather work and give them the spotlight for a bit, and kind of introduce some new people into the Instagram feed. So for your content pattern, it could be something like this, depending on what you sell. Maybe Monday you talk about your bestseller and you kind of promote your bestseller. Maybe you have a bag that is like the standout handbag that everybody loves. Talk about that. Tuesdays, do a lifestyle, post a lifestyle shot, your product in real life. And a quick comment. This could also be a product worn by a customer. So you're sort of showing that social proof, saying, hey, I got customers, guys. So show that off. If you don't have customers yet, that could just be you wearing the bag, but something where someone can really see your products in real life, not just your hands on your product, or not just your product on top of your desk with a bunch of leather scraps all around it. You know what I mean? Something where it's out in real life that people can relate to. Wednesdays, talk about, I love this one. Hey, are you on my email list? Talk about what they get for being on your email list. Sometimes I like to say, hey, are you on the email list? I just sent an email out about XYZ. If you missed it, you should go and head over to the website, get on the list, stay in the loop, something like that. If you have an opt-in, some sort of lead magnet, tell them about that. If they subscribe to your list and you're going to give them 15-20% off, tell them about that. You can do that every week, and that really does drive traffic over. People are like, oh, I had no idea, and they go over to your website and they sign up for your stuff. Thursday could be any one of these. Maybe you have a new product that's coming out. Maybe there's something that's back in stock, or maybe you just want to talk about your best seller again. Friday, you could say what's up for the weekend and kind of talk about what you're doing over the weekend. Mention something about your brand purpose if that relates to it. For me, my handbag line, I talk a lot about travel and exploring the world and going on adventures and things like that. So if I was going somewhere, I would totally talk about that, and that could tie in with my brand purpose. Brand purpose, again, is something maybe you're not sure what that is. It's kind of this statement that really encapsulates your brand, your business, and kind of why your brand exists from the customer's point of view. Like, why should they care about your brand, and why should they buy from you? That's what your brand purpose should talk about. And I talk a ton about brand purpose in Lucrative Leathercraft because I think it's one of the most important things to figure out about your business before you start selling. So here's what it's starting to look like. You can see on Tuesday, I've dropped in that lifestyle shot, your product in real life. On Thursday, I've dropped in that new product back in stock topic. Let's see, what else do I got in here? Tuesday again. Wednesday, we have published monthly blog post. Friday, what's up for the weekend? So Saturday and Sunday, that's totally up to you. Sometimes I lay low on the weekends. I like to take a break. Other times I'm posting a few times a day. And so that's kind of like your wild card. It's totally up to you. So now you have your entire month of content topics planned out. Crazy, right? Like it's pretty simple. And this actually gets easier and easier each month you do it, and you get used to it once you have your weekly content pattern flushed out. So when you come back and do this now in June, you say, okay, I already have some of my, my Tuesday, the lifestyle shot, some of that stuff. It's already plugged in there. You just need to kind of change out the holidays, change out the dates, and it just gets easier and easier. Okay, step 5, we're not done yet. So now you need to write your captions for each post. So now you know what you're supposed to be writing about, right? You have your topic. So this is one of the most important things. One of the biggest obstacles is just figuring out, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be talking about. But once you have a topic, then it's like, okay, I know what I'm supposed to be talking about. Let me just jot out a couple of lines. And here's where you also infuse your brand personality into these post captions. So in Lucrative Leathercraft, like I said, we call this our brand purpose. It tells us what we offer, who it's for, what problem it solves, what the solution is. So when it comes time to write these captivating and attractive captions, it really is a breeze. So you can see here are a few of mine. So every Friday is favorite leather crafters, like I said. So this is what I write each Friday. Sometimes I change it up a little bit, but for the most part, it tells what we're talking about and it gets the point across. You can see Saturday I have a topic in here. I knew already that I was doing something interesting, something that involved some travel and getting away a little bit. So I knew that that would tie in with my brand purpose. I knew ahead of time that I'd be taking some photos. So I drafted a post so that when it came Saturday, I could just pop that in there. And then I've got Monday, what's everybody up to for this week, Tuesday, etc., etc. Now, finally, next month, you're going to come back to this doc. You're going to switch up the dates, switch out the holidays, leave everything else that still is relevant, and you're halfway done with your monthly content draft. Guys, this is amazing, right? Can I get a heck yes if you are totally feeling this process? Do you feel like this could make your life so much easier? When it comes to Instagram, do you feel like this could really free up some time and also help to give you a direction for what you should be posting on social media to get more engagement and more people involved in your brand and clicking over to your website? So since I've implemented this, posting on Instagram, posting those quality posts for my followers is seriously never been easier. Mia says, heck yes. Awesome, Mia. I love it. So you guys, you just learned why you need to be batching your Instagram content and how much time you can save by planning out your posts, why you need to plan it out, and how that can actually increase the quality of your posts too. With some upfront planning, you can structure your entire month's worth of content around the biggest and most important things that are happening in your business, because Instagram is stressing you out and you want to be able to use it better. That's why you're here today. You want to be able to use it to make an impact in your leather business and serve up interesting content to your customers. You're here today because you want to create a successful leather business in the easiest and most efficient way possible. I don't blame you. You want to experience success in your leather business, right? But you feel overwhelmed and like you aren't making progress in your leather business. And Instagram is only one of the many things that stresses you out in your leather business right now. But you're kind of tired of that, right? I know I was. But it's time for you to stop feeling overwhelmed and like you're spinning your wheels and not getting anywhere in your business. I know how frustrating that can be. You want to make a living selling your leather goods, but if only you knew the secrets to doing so. All it really takes actually is getting clear on a few key pieces of information about your business. I know that's easier said than done when you feel overwhelmed by social media, list building, and all of the other shiny things that everyone is telling you need to focus on first. You know what I mean? It's exhausting, but you're an amazing leather crafter. You have great creative ideas. You've honed your skills and developed great products that you love. Not only do you love your leather goods, but you're also constantly getting those compliments on your work from friends and family, right? That's important. You've got the physical leather tools, materials, and traditional leather crafting skills, but the business side is still missing. You've tried to sell your leather goods, but without much luck, and you don't know how to turn this ship around and create a profitable leather business. You might also be stressed out about trying to build a following online. You're discouraged by your slow progress. You're trying to nail down your ideal customer, but every time you hit a wall, you have no idea how to figure this out. Each day that goes by without a sale is another day that your self-esteem plummets and you think to yourself, maybe my leather goods aren't good enough. This is actually not usually the case. It actually doesn't have anything to do with the product. It's usually your marketing, your promotion, and your business side of things. And lastly, you're trying your very hardest to make this leather business a success, but you're frustrated by the lack of sales, and you think that building a business just might not be for you. But you know that you can figure this out. You know that you have what it takes to build a successful business. People all around you are doing it, and you know that it's time for you to get serious and focused on the best way to build your leather business, right? A long time ago, I'll tell you this quick story. I was in your shoes. I tried every single tip and trick that came my way, but I just felt like I was going through the motions and copying what other people were doing, and it wasn't working. Then I finally got serious about my business and I started focusing on the things that really matter and figuring out what works and what doesn't. Now I have a leather business and a system for my marketing and promotion of my leather goods. I just showed you part of it that I use month after month. It's like a cycle. You just repeat it over and over and over again. It feels so good to know exactly how to make my business grow each month. So this is what's going to happen when you know exactly how to make your business grow each month. You feel excited about posting on social media. You're following it, actually growing fast with each post. You're marketing your products with confidence and ease because you know clearly who your customer is and who you're talking to. Your self-esteem has never been higher because you're making sales of your leather goods. Doesn't it feel so good to make that sale? You're encouraged each day to continue to build the business of your dreams because you're seeing results and business growth each and every day. And you confidently talk about your leather business to your friends and family because things are actually going really well and you're proud of the leather business that you've built. I know that even if you believe this is possible, it still might feel out of reach for you, but it doesn't have to be that way. Leather crafters and makers are creating small handmade businesses each and every day. I struggled at the very beginning with overwhelm and frustration for a long time in my fledgling business until I finally discovered a formula for building a business. And that changed everything for me. So I want to introduce you to Lucrative Leathercraft. This is a 7-step program that's going to remove all the confusion and doubt and help you build a business and instead provide you with simple tools and a clear path to build a profitable leather business that you can depend on. This is for leather crafters who want a framework for business success. So what this means is you're going to say goodbye to overthinking things in your business that don't matter, they don't move the needle, and hello to making an impact in your business. Lucrative Leathercraft is a formula that anyone can follow with any business and use it to build a successful, profitable business of your dreams. How amazing does that sound? I know you might have tried to sell your leather goods before, and it was frustrating and discouraging, and it didn't work. So this all sounds like a little too good to be true, right? But just because it worked for me, will it work for you? Here are a few of my past students and what they have to say about Lucrative Leathercraft. Mary's course was exactly what I needed to make a legitimate battle plan that had real-world applications, and with her guidance, I feel confident that I have the tools necessary to make this a viable, self-sustaining business. Before this course, Shane was feeling not confident in his business or business skills. And whether you have a business now or haven't started one, you might not be sure you can pull this thing off either. And that's how Shane felt. But afterwards, he felt confident. You might be feeling overwhelmed with everything that you have to do when it comes to your leather business. There's so much stuff. What should you be focusing on first? Jenny felt the same way. I was really excited when I happened by Leather Beast and the Lucrative Leathercraft course. I knew I needed to get serious about my business. As an artisan, it's easy to get overwhelmed with the business side of things when you just want to make things. Mary helped lay out the tools to tackle that. So I'm sharing this with you because she knew that she couldn't just make things all day without a business strategy in place, right? You need the tools to tackle the business side. And she got that, and it's made an impact in her business. And you can tackle the business side of your business too. So here is the 7 steps in Lucrative Leathercraft. I'm not going to read all of this. It's all on the sales page. If you're interested in enrolling, a lot of you probably are, but these are the 7 steps. First, you go over your brand clarity. You get really clear. You learn exactly how to tap into what it is you're offering and why your customer should buy it. That's important. Why should they care? Arming you with these 2 key things is the secret to being able to promote your business to your customer so you can make sales. Step 2 is your ideal customer. Market research, right? Everybody says you got to do it, but nobody tells you how. So I'll show you ways that you can easily do the research on your customer and learn everything that you need to know about them when it comes time to promote your brand. Number 3 is attracting and promoting. This is the media section in the whole course because it's the most important. Once you know who your customer is, then you can focus on attracting them and promoting your leather goods to them. Attracting and promoting are where a lot of leather crafters mess up and they quit before they've even given it a chance. Step 4 is financial goal setting. You'll determine how much money you want to earn and you'll map out the exact strategy behind making that happen. You're going to create a tailored plan to your business and your goals. Step 5 is profitable pricing. Price your leather goods so that you're making a profit with every sale. You're never going to underprice your products ever again. And when you do this, you have money to cover your costs and reinvest and grow your business. Step 6 is selling with sales descriptions. You have to know how to sell. This is a big thing that I've learned along the way. You can't just leave it up to your customers to figure out that they want what you have. You have to sell it to them. Selling doesn't come naturally to a lot of people. It didn't for me. So I'll show you how to set up your sales titles and descriptions so that they convert. And finally, step 7 is scaling. You're going to grow your leather business, take it to the next level by learning how to get press, how to sell to stores. These 2 things are the keys to catapulting your growth as a business once you have completed steps 1 through 6 and your foundation has been laid. I'm not going to read all this. This is too much, but these are sort of the specific course training highlights. You get these really amazing trainings. It's just a lot of words right now. You guys can read this on your own time. It's pretty awesome though. You're also going to get some bonuses. Bonus 1 is a guide, how to kill it at your first craft fair. This is an e-guide telling you exactly what to do and what not to do at your first craft fair. Bonus number 2 is the bookkeeping 101 spreadsheet. It's a template and a video that shows you how to keep track of your expenses and income so that you can keep track of your profit month after month. Bonus number 3 is awesome and something that's kind of new, one-on-one check-in calls with me. So you're going to get 2 of these. One, when you first get started, we're going to talk on the phone for like 15, 20, 30 minutes. We're going to talk about where you are right now, what struggles you're having, whether you're starting from scratch or maybe you have an existing business, and kind of in conjunction with the course, what your next steps should be and what you should really be working towards. And then at the end or at any point during the course, you can schedule a second call with me, and we'll talk about your progress. We'll talk about your challenges, where you're going, and how you're feeling about all of it, and how to just take it to the next level. So this is not something that you get in other courses, by the way. This is something that I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm obsessed with people's success. I really want to see you, do this. And finally, there's going to be access to the members only course community. So yeah, it's a great place to network, to collaborate with other students, to drop in your wins. Anytime you do something that's really awesome, you get a lot of support. Everybody's like cheering you on, and you can also ask your questions, whether they relate to the material or it's something even outside of the material. Whew, that was a lot. So basically, all of this means you're going to have the building blocks to create a profitable business and get paid to do what you love, right? You're going to go from 0 sales land to consistent sales month after month, which is pretty awesome. So you've probably already seen it. There's a link in the description. You can click that link, enroll instantly. Because I think you are ready to bring in that extra cash each month for yourself or your family that either supplements your current income or maybe it totally replaces it so that you can quit your day job and get on with doing whatever it is that makes you super happy. So let's talk about the investment. The total value of the program is over $2,500. The regular price is $649, or there's a payment plan. This is the lowest payment plan I've ever done, $97 a month. But right now we are in VIP early bird, and you can save $200 off of the regular price, getting in today for just $449 or 6 payments of $97. So this is, again, the lowest payment plan that I've ever done because you guys told me that you needed that the last time. Everybody that wrote to me and said, I really want to join, but the price is too much. I lowered the payment plan. It used to be something like $250 a month or something like that, $97 a month. So I really heard that from you guys, and I made every effort to do this and make this more accessible for everybody. So I'm about to tell you something that I don't really talk about publicly too much. I've mentioned it before, but I have personally invested over $15,000 in online courses and masterminds over the last 3 years. For some people, that might not be that much money, but for me, that's a ton of money. And the reason why I'm telling you this is that I feel like every penny was worth it, and everything that I have and I'm currently learning helps to influence all the information that is in Lucrative Leathercraft, like in a big way. I'm consistently making updates to Lucrative Leathercraft as I'm learning the newest and latest strategies and marketing techniques. I've made this massive investment to keep learning and keeping tabs on the latest strategies and techniques out there because I'm really passionate about that. The other reason why I'm telling you this is because I think that the best way to make progress towards building the leather business that you want to build is to join a course or a program where you can get the expert help that you need to get there. Even if that's not me, that's totally fine. But when you're ready to get the help that you need, I really encourage you to invest in a program that'll help you get the results. You know, I'm not just sitting here telling you that you should invest in yourself when I never have. On the contrary, I have totally invested in myself. So again, the price today through the weekend, you can get it for $449 or 6 payments and save $200 off that regular price. And just click that link in the description or head to lucrativeleathercraft.com to enroll. Once you get over there, here's the next steps. So if you want to kickstart your handmade leather business today, you're going to head to lucrativeleathercraft.com and you'll see all the information about the program that we talked about today. And once you've looked over this page, then you can scroll down until you get to the payment options. You're going to click the one-time payment or the payment plan, whichever works for you. And you'll be taken to a screen that looks like this where you can enter in your information and complete your enrollment. Once you hit submit, you'll get an email from me with your order details and login, and you can immediately log into the course portal and get started on the pre-work and section 1. All other sections will be dripped out over the next few weeks. You'll get a new section each week until you've received all 7 sections. So again, you can join today either using the payment plan or the one-time payment. And I would love to see you in Lucrative Leathercraft. So we're just wrapping up here. I just want to do a little bit of Q&A. If you have any questions about the course, just drop them into the comments. But here are a couple of the most frequently asked questions. I think you guys will get a kick out of these. I know nothing about how to start a business. Is Lucrative Leathercraft right for me? So yeah, the answer is yes. With Lucrative Leathercraft, you'll get a system of steps that's taking you through laying the groundwork, implementing marketing and promotional steps, and scaling your business. And all trainings come from the angle of assuming there's no prior knowledge, and you'll also be supported the entire time. That said, it's also appropriate for anyone who has a leather business, but they're just not happy with their sales. So if you've had a business for a few years and you're still having very low sales, chances are you need to address your business foundation and go back to basics. And I'd love to help you with that. I currently am not having any luck selling my work, so money is pretty tight. Can I really afford this program? Well, the cost of this program is about the cost of 2 sides of leather. That is if you buy today and get the $200 off. I understand what it's like to have no sales coming in, but I also know how life-changing it was for me when I invested in learning how to make my business generate the money that I desperately needed. It was so worth it in the end. And if you follow the 7 steps in this program, you will make back your investment and then some, a lot more. It really just depends on how much you put into it, how much you're willing to put into it. So while no one knows your finances better than you, and you need to make that choice, one thing I suspect you can't afford to do is to keep sinking time and money into a leather business that is going nowhere fast, right? And finally, isn't all of this stuff Googleable? I love this question. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. The answer, probably. I mean, I managed to find a lot of the basic things online, but it took me years, literally years to do so. And I've also spent thousands on course study and masterminds because I was tired of Googling and trying to piece it all together myself. It's a lot harder than it sounds. And, you know, you actually don't ever really have the time to do all of that piecing together. So I've created a program that I wished was available to me 10 years ago when I was first getting started. So you can definitely DIY your business, and I'm sure eventually you'll probably get there. But if you want to start making progress now and building a profitable business now, Lucrative Leathercraft can get you there faster. So, guys, I want to see you reach the top of that mountain. More than anything, what I want for you is to succeed and feel how amazing it is to build a successful business. I'm going to pop back up here. Hello. Um, Build that successful business from scratch and really reach the top of the mountain. This is, let me make myself smaller. Your leather goods are good enough to sell, and you are motivated and smart enough to run your own business. I know that about you. I want for you to be one of those rare people who gets to look back and look forward to coming to work because you have a framework for success, you love what you do, and you're getting results. So this is it, you guys. I think that's my last slide. Yeah, that's my last slide. I hope at the very least you will implement all of the Instagram tips that I gave you, that whole system, because I know that that's going to make a huge difference in your business. And that's the most important thing. I also know that a lot of you are struggling with the business side of things. You're struggling to like make it work. You're dying to make sales, but you just can't figure it out. And you just need a little bit of help. There are certain things that you just need to tweak in your business. And then you just need to create that cycle of marketing and promotion. And I want to help you do that. And that's exactly what Lucrative Leathercraft does. I've taken everything that I've learned from all of the teachings, the Googling, the implementing strategies in my own business, and I've boiled it down to a system of those 7 steps. Because I don't like working on things that aren't making an impact in my business. And when I say impact, I mean money. What are the things that are going to bring you money in your business? That's what it's all about. I'm not money hungry or anything, but I know that that is what you need to create a business instead of a hobby. So yeah, that's it. You guys click that link. Check out the page at Lucrative Leathercraft. See if it's for you. I'd love to see you in that program. And if you are interested, make sure you get in there before the sale goes away so you can save that $200. All right, guys, if you have any questions, thank you guys so much. Thanks, Megan. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Valerie. Yeah, drop it in the comments if you have any questions, or you can email me at info@leatherbeast.com, and I will talk to you very soon. Come on, computer. There we go. All right.